Words by Elena Westbrook. In a world ravaged by violence, by hatred, by conflicts that seem eternal and insoluble, sometimes the only thing we can do is be still for a moment, to remind ourselves what is real. The sun that rose this morning, the dirt under our feet, the air whispering in and out of our lungs. This hour, try just to be present in each moment as it unfolds. Your simple attention is what makes these moments holy. Come, let us worship together. I invite rise and body or spirit to join us in the hymn Morning Has Broken, number 38 in the gray hymnal.
Standing as Julia Lawrence lights our chalice with words by Reverend Scott Taylor. We kindle this light to help us look upon the world anew. May it help us remember that reverent eyes lead to revelation. In the glow of this hour, may attention be our prayer, the vehicle through which we love this world and enable it to love us back.
Story for all ages. Good morning. Okay, today's book is called Happy, a beginner's book of mindfulness, written by Nicola Edwards, illustrated by Katie Hickey. Mindfulness. Mindfulness is all about connecting with ourselves and the world around us. Let's take a journey together to discover some simple steps on the path to happiness. Real life is right under our noses. We can miss it by rushing around. But stopping to smell life's sweet roses is where true happiness can be found. Listening. When we are still, there is space then to listen to the sweet song of wind in the trees, the gruff rumble of cars in the distance, or the whisper of rustling leaves. Take a moment to stop and really listen to the sounds around you. Feeling. Even the darkest storm passes. The sun can't shine bright every day. We can sit with our feelings and notice how they roll through us, then blow away. What kind of things make you feel happy? Tsunami waves make you happy? Oh, they look cool. Yeah, they do. Relaxing. It's not just our minds we get trapped in. Our bodies can feel tension too. We can loosen our limbs when that happens. Like sun from the clouds, we break through. Try tensing up all of your muscles and then relaxing them one by one. What would that look like? We tense up, our shoulders go up, and we breathe and let it go. Tasting, whether hot, salty, sweet, or sour flavor, we taste and chew and we feel. If we slow when we eat, we can savor the deliciousness of every meal. Do you notice different textures and flavors when you chew your food slowly? Touching. Touch calms the wildest emotions. We connect to the world all around. When we dip our toes into the ocean or crunch crisp golden leaves on the ground, close your eyes and see if you can tell what things are just by touching them. You can give that a try if you want. Discovering. Exploring is one of life's pleasures. Spots a penny, a shell, or a brook. The world's brimming with curious treasures for the people who take time to look. Look all around you and try to spot something you haven't noticed before. Anything in this room? Smelling. We're all tangled up in our worries. The cool air gets us grounded again. Wood smoke through the sharp tang of pine trees, or the freshness of earth after rain. Do the things you can smell make you feel anything, or bring back any memories? Loving. The warmth of a hug can work wonders. Being happy is something you feed with a smile, or a touch, or a kindness. Even the tallest tree grows from a seed. Have you given someone a smile or a hug today? Appreciating. It feels good to give thanks at the day's end for the pink blushing sky overhead, a hot meal, comfy shoes, or a good friend, and the warmth of a soft, cozy bed. What good things have happened in your world today? Breathing. We breathe deep and expand like the galaxy. We breathe out many thousands of stars. And if we ever start to feel panicky, this reminds us of just who we are. Take a deep breath, hold it for 2 seconds, and then breathe out very slowly. Happiness. Real life is right under our noses. It's what's here, not the future or the past. Every day is a fresh new adventure. Now we live in the moment at last. How can you be more mindful each and every day? Thanks for listening. Sarah forward to share her testimonial with us.
Hello, I'm Ostara. I remember a beloved minister in the Lutheran church of my youth talking about giving until it hurts. We were taught to give until it hurts, at least enough to notice. I would say that Dan and I practice this today. We're well aware if we didn't give what we do to Channing, what else we could do with that money. Yet each year we carefully consider whether we can increase our pledge, and more often than not we do. We find Channing to be worth it. I'm a person who finds spiritual community essential to my thriving. I receive a lot from Channing and am provided opportunities to give in ways that also feel like receiving, and our paths to growth. But today, I'm mostly not here to talk about the present. I want to talk about the past and the future. First, the past. As many of you know, we raised our now young adult children in this church. And many of you know that we have two spiritual communities that we identify with and support. We put a lot of time and energy into both, and we support both financially. I tend to think we give what we can to Spiral Heart, and then I recall that we give at least 3 times as much to Channing. And I ask myself why. One reason for this is that of our two spiritual communities, this is the one that was there for us the most when we were raising children. In terms of the reasons we joined the church when our children were very young, did we get everything we were looking for? That would be a resounding and unqualified yes. I have not forgotten and will not forget it. And what of the future? This is the heart of the matter when considering why it's important to me not just to help the church stay afloat today, but to close our budget gap so that we aren't continuing to draw from our reserves to pay for our annual operating expenses. A few years ago, I offered a Sunday service titled The Gift of Heritage, Paying It Forward. Yesterday, I looked back at what I had written for that service, thinking I might pluck out a nugget or two to help explain why I think it's important to ensure that this religious community that we've inherited has a solid foundation to move forward sustainably into the longer-term future. And skimming through it, I was overwhelmed to the point of paralysis, unable to pick out a few bits about what Channing provides to hold up to you, as there was too much of high value to choose from. So, I did pick out some ideas from it, and I'll just say that I believe Channing has a lot to offer that's needed in a world where many feel a lack of fit in most mainstream churches, in a world experiencing a crisis in loneliness, In a world experiencing a crisis in meaning, in a world where the next generations may have fewer reasons for hope and more reasons for despair, in a world focused on the material and on superficialities, in a society that's very divided, at a time when our planet is facing environmental catastrophe, at a time when our lives are permeated by distraction, and in a world where most of the spaces within which we carry out our lives call forth and address only portions of our humanity. This is why, when I think about our pledge, I'm not just thinking about how chanting benefits me today, but about keeping its fire lit for generations to come. The world is going to need what this little church has to give. Thank you.
Thank you, Ostara. Spirit of love and life, we light our first candle with a prayer for those in the Middle East. May we hold in the lights all who are mourning, those whose lives have been ended, and those whose hearts are heavy with grief. May we hold in love the vulnerable, the least of these, the broken. Spirit, guide the hearts of those in power. Let violence and hatred, power and greed may not overpower peace, compassion, and the sanctity of life. May nations join together in the work of peace as we nurture a living, breathing hope that no one need fear for the lives of their family. May strength be granted to those working for reconciliation, hope to those striving for a future of peace, and courage to those seeking to heal. May our broken world know reconciliation that leads to lasting peace. In the silence that follows the spoken prayer, you are invited to come forward and light a candle for any joys or concerns that you hold in your heart this morning. Spirit of love and life, source of all that is, when we leave these hallowed walls that gift us pause and peace, made holy by our presence, the sanctuary where the sacred mingles with the profane, may we carry the prayers held on our lips to the world around us. May we know the wisdom and compassion held in each breath, and may we know a pause that invites us to find the blessings of the sacred ordinary, the mundane made holy, a gift of the divine, where walking brings peace, dishes bring calm, and cleaning remains but a prayer. May we be gentle with the world. May we be gentle with ourselves, holding each moment with grace and curiosity. May we be guided towards a world of compassion and peace, of calm and intention, where love overpowers hate, compassion overpowers greed, and peace overpowers violence. May we know each breath as a gift, each pause as a blessing, and the beauty of each and every moment. May it be so, and amen. I light a candle for the joys and concerns of those beloved joining us virtually. And I light a candle for all else that we hold in our hearts and our minds this morning. If your heart is hurting, know that your community is here to help, as am I. Please reach out with any needs. As I light our candles, I invite you to remain seated for our prayer hymn, To See the World, number 398 in the Gray Hymnal.
Reverend Erica Hewitt reminds us, the offering that we take each Sunday isn't a stale habit. It's an opportunity to recommit to this place and to this people. Our offering is an affirmation, a yes. When we give, we say yes to something we value. With our gifts freely given, may we say yes to the values of our faith. May our offering help us practice Unitarian Universalism within and beyond our congregation as tools to empower our mission to invite seekers into spiritual community, connect souls in mystery and wonder, and ignite compassion into action. For those of you watching the service online, you may contribute to a virtual offering plate using the donate button on our website or by mailing a check to the church office. I invite the ushers forward to receive the offering. I now invite Cindy forward to offer and introduce this month's special collection.
Good morning. See, if I put on my glasses, I can read my paper, but I can't see you. The collection today is for the Food Insecurity Program at the UU Church in Columbia. Outside of the Interfaith Center are 2 boxes which are filled daily by volunteers. This means that any time, day or night, people can take food until it's gone, which most days it is. It does run out. It's filled with non-perishable food and things like toilet paper, women's hygiene products. We get food donations from the local grocery store, individuals, and also other nonprofits in the area. We order food weekly, and it costs about $250 a week to support the program, and that's not including like the extras that people put in or add. The money is the program is supported 100% by donations, and 100% of the amount donated goes towards supporting the program and buying food. Besides contributing today, you can also go to the UUCC website to contribute and sign up for a reoccurring donation for the food insecurity program, which is what I do, and I don't even really have to think about it. It just happens. You can also visit the boxes and leave food. I've been involved with this program for years, and it is well used by the community. Thank you. For all that you give and all that you do for our church and its wider concerns, we give thanks.
I invite us to pause in a brief breathing meditation. Let's begin by sitting comfortably, back against the bench, feet grounded, hands resting on your lap. Gently close your eyes and soften your gaze. Pause and take notes of your body. Feel your feet planted on the ground below you. Notice the sensation of your back against the chair. Release any tension you may be carrying in your shoulders. Now, bring your attention to your breath. No need to change it. Simply notice. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel the air at your nostrils. Cool with the inhale, warm with the outhale, or the rise and fall of your chest. If your mind wanders, and it will, gently bring it back to the breath. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I am breathing out. If your mind has wandered, simply bringing it back to the breath. I invite you to gently return to this space, filling your feet, your legs, your hands. And as you are ready, gently open your eyes. Thank you.
Some words for mindful meditation by Buddhist monk Thich Nhat Hanh. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. I invite you to rise in body or spirit to join our voices in hymn 1009 in the Teal hymnal, Meditation on Breathing.
had the blessed opportunity to pause in my tangible tasks and tend to my intellect and spirit through my sabbatical. Interwoven with an immersion in Quakerism, with my consistent engagement with the beauty and awe of the natural world, I engrossed myself in the practices and teachings of Buddhism. I sat in chairs, eyes closed, feet planted firmly on the ground, noticing the air inhaled and exhaled through my nostrils, noticing but not engaging with physical sensations or thoughts, noticing the busyness of the mind. These routines cultivated a basic tenet of Buddhism, mindfulness. These practices, this intentional engagement with insights of the Buddha and other venerable teachers passed down through millennia, altered my outlook on life. Breathing, walking, silence. The mundane became sanctified. The ordinary became extraordinary. We are immersed in a society that values speed, efficiency, and multitasking. The mundane is boring, doing dishes, mowing the lawn. Our attention is often fragmented from dings, notifications, scrolling, advertisements. We get distracted as our minds race from one task to the next, ruminating on the past or anxious about the future. We foster judgment for ourselves and others. We focus on inevitable worries and potential mistakes of our daily lives. We pass through life not cognizant of our surroundings, not engaged with the web that connects us to the world around us. Our actions lack intention. Our reactive emotions of anger or impatience can rule our lives. There is the healing salve for these afflictions, mindfulness. So may we pause, center, and breathe. How do we practice this life-altering mindfulness? We can take a moment to focus on the breath, noticing the sensation of air in and out of our nostrils. We can pause in a body scan, noticing our legs, our backs, our faces, attentive to sensations of itching or discomfort, not reacting, not trying to change them by scratching or stretching. We observe our thoughts in this as well, not ruminating or trying to cure anxiety or frustration, but simply acknowledging them, not judging them. We are fully present in each mundane and blessed task, noting the wind as we rake the leaves, the scent of soap as we wash our hair, the warmth of water as we do the dishes. We do not need to be on sabbatical to experience these changes. We need to simply pause for 10 minutes, incorporate it into any busy, hectic, or mundane day. And this is not a simple task. I falter as well. But let us be inspired by the words of the Buddha. Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment. Meditation is successful even when our thoughts wander, as they will, as long as we bring them back to the breath. Each time I meditate, my mind jumps between work and mistakes I have made and plans for tomorrow, etc. Yet, each time I simply take notes and return to the breath, to the sensations on my nostrils, I am cultivating mindfulness. These thoughts that arise in our minds are impermanent. The practice is akin to clouds in the sky. The eggshell blue sky resting gently above us represents the calm mind, peaceful and at ease. Clouds come and go, as impermanent as thoughts. Yet note this crucial understanding. The practice of meditation is not to stop our thoughts. The practice of meditation is the intention of returning. Through Tuesday Dharma talks I attended, I learned of the philosophy of meditation. Meditation is this: setting intention, an intention to cultivate peace, to connect to the present moment. And meditation is this: dedicating the practice to a venerable teacher, sharing all that we have cultivated with the awakened teachers who span throughout time and space. And meditation is this: creating calm within our bodies that will ripple throughout communities, creating peace and tranquility, not simply for ourselves, but for every blessed being that is, was, and ever will be. Meditation goes beyond a simple acknowledgement of this is what I am doing right now. It makes every moment sacred. Join me in exploring a typical day. We are late for work, sitting in our car fuming over a red light. Later in the day, frustration fills our minds and takes over our interactions with friends or coworkers, and we lash out. We come back home and ruminate on these things we wish we had not done for an hour. Does any of this feel familiar? Let us reinterpret through the lens of mindfulness. What if a red light is an invitation to take our mind off the task of driving and simply breathe? What if when frustration overwhelms us, we can simply pause and acknowledge emotion without reacting? What if instead of ruminating, we accept the day as it was? These are mindful moments. These are days without judgment, without reaction, without rumination. Thich Nhat Hanh is a teacher of mindful walking. In his instructions, he offers phrases akin to this: walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. I experienced this at my various retreats, walking with intention. Each slowly taken step, each pause between each step is in and of itself a moment of embodied meditation. It is feeling the gravel crunching beneath your sneakers, noticing the wind that gently kisses your face, calmly engaging with the sights that surround you, whether rows of trees or whitewashed walls. Often I close my eyes. What is walking without sight? If we kiss the earth with the soles of our feet, even walking overwhelms us with true beauty and awe. We cannot walk or wheel our way down the city streets with such mindful intention that our slow movement encumbers our ability to move with the crowd. But we can still note with appreciation, whether walking or navigating with a wheelchair, that there is solid ground beneath us, that there are myriad sights surrounding us, that there is a scent of flower or food. We can still be present and open to whatever it is we encounter in any particular moment, opening ourselves to beauty. Venerable teachers impart wisdom upon students by sharing with them koans. Koans teach Koans are intended to move beyond an intellectual understanding of the spiritual and instead cultivate direct insights. Jiaozhou Kongshen, a Kan Buddhist master in the 700s and 800s, offers this. A novice monk asked Joshu in all earnestness, "I have just entered this monastery. I ask you, Master, teach me." Joshu asked his students, "Have you eaten your rice this morning?" The monk answered, "Yes, I have." Joshu responded, "Wash your bowl." At that moment, the monk was enlightened. The instruction alludes to the sacredness of everyday tasks. It goes beyond simply noticing, but inviting faith and spirituality into our daily lives. into driving and eating and watching TV. What if cleaning a bowl, just as the novice did, became sacred? Each task becomes a form of meditation, a time to pause in simple recognition of what is and breathe. May I feel the warm dishwater rinse over my hands. May I inhale the fresh scent of soap. Each task can teach us an intentional awareness of our actions that we carry forth into our days. We can experience gratitude for the opportunity to engage with each task and notice the wonder and awe of the right here, right now. Each moment is a holy moment. Each task is a sacred task. When we are attentive, we cultivate wisdom. When we are aware, we foster insight. Woven throughout each task is spirituality. Faith and monotony are one and the same. I lift up a koan from Zen Master Yuma Wenyan. Wenyan taught, I do not ask you about before the 15th day. Try to say something about after the 15th day. Every good day is a good day. For context, the 15th day is the arrival of the full moon, which serves to symbolize enlightenment. Yet what is of note here is the phrase, every day is a good day. We experience this life fully, just as it is, without trying to change it. The koan does not deny that we suffer and that there will be days imbued with sorrow, grief, and anger. But it is this, facing the sorrow without resistance, accepting it just as it is. We are awakened to the fullness of life. I think of my stepfather's memorial service. Yes, we grieved and lamented. Yes, his absence was palpable. Yes, the goodbye was difficult to say the least. Yet, I know that many of my family members, as well as myself, faced it with acceptance. Death acknowledges the inherent finitude of each life, which makes each day all the more blessed. It acknowledges the sacredness, this eternal and unavoidable cycle of life to death to life again, flowing in our web of life through millennia. Death is a return to the damp ground earth and the ancient faraway stars. I furthermore include the sentiments of Thich Nhat Hanh, that each moment is imbued with joy and happiness if only we remain attentive enough to notice it. No matter the sorrow, honeysuckles offer their sweet aroma. No matter the frustration, the sweet tart taste of lush strawberries still lingers on our tongues. No matter the anger, children still laugh and play. Thich Nhat Hanh further offers, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. This moment, right here, right now, wonderful. Mindfulness also, and this is key, it also changes our relationship with ourselves, with our internal engagement to just who we are. First, we label thoughts as thoughts, feelings as feelings. Imagine a teenager comes home after curfew and gives you attitude. Instead of engaging with anger and lashing out, we simply note anger is present. Our responses become grounded and intentional, which releases us from the inevitable regrets of rash actions. We simply note emotions when they arise. And this is hard. So much of what we encounter fosters understandable or even expected aggravation or impatience. Yet, it is a way to be gentle with ourselves. Ordained Tibetan Buddhist nun Pema Chodron offers that practices of mindfulness allow us to see these emotions, to see and notice aggression, jealousy, and any other distress of the mind, but not to act upon it. We simply notice. Chodron further offers, quotes, meditation is not about trying to throw ourselves away and become something better. It's about befriending who we already are. So much of this is compassion, cultivated for both ourselves and for others. We are blessed beings, each of us. The intent of mindfulness is not to alter our faults, nor change who we are, but to engage with our emotions and instincts with kindness. Instead of rejecting our anger or our insecurities, we simply accept and welcome these unpleasant emotions, which are essentially inevitable in any finite human life. Ultimately, this practice creates an inner peace and wisdom, which ripples beyond our own insular selves to affect others in our midst. We fully face who we are in any particular moment and meet that blessed being with compassion and curiosity instead of judgment and anger. And so it is this. Mindfulness is not limited nor confined to practices of seated breathing meditation, the air on our nostrils, our feet planted on the ground. It weaves its way into each moment of our finite lives. Imagine if washing the dishes became a prayer, if mowing the lawn became a practice of meditation. It is the sacred ordinary that we cultivate. Breathe and breathe and breathe. I invite you to leave this sacred and holy space welcoming mindfulness into your afternoon. Pause to smell the scent of a flower. Meet your mind with compassion. Engage with your car ride home with gentle intention. Note the ground beneath your body. But a few simple, small intentions ripple far beyond each action towards cultivating a truly compassionate, purposeful, and meaningful life. So cultivate the sacred ordinary, the holy mundane. Blessed be the breath, the senses, the calm and compassionate mind. Blessed be these fleeting moments of these short and forever finite days. May it be so, and amen. Please rise in body or spirit to join our voices in the hymn number 1057 in the teal hymnal, Go Lifted Up. welcome into silence, meditation, as the wind touches our cheeks, as the ground beneath our bodies holds us steady, as all that is ordinary becomes sacred. The sound of a passing car, the smell of coffee, all that is mundane becomes holy. May we have compassion for ourselves and meet just who we are in each and every blessed moment. And may we carry these blessings with us, beyond these walls made sacred by our presence, into each moment, each breath, each still and silent pause.